There are times the only language you know to pray is to cry. And you know sometimes while you are crying over what you are going through, somebody say crying will not make God answer you. Say prayer is not crying. Stop crying. Prayer is not crying. Sir, I saw in the Bible that Jesus prayed in Hebrew, who in the days of his flesh, when he had offered up prayers and supplication with strong crying and tears. It's Mebelakwa. Do you say I shouldn't cry? Do you say I don't understand what is happening? You say I shouldn't cry out. Peter cried out when he was sinking. And Jesus didn't come to tell him whether the prayer is crying or not. The Bible says pray all manner of prayers. Sir, you don't understand what people go through sometimes. You can be in a conditioner car, a conditioner house, a conditioner office, a conditioner toilet. I say where you poo-poo, there's air condition. How do you explain? How can you feel what they feel when they don't know what they will eat tomorrow? You can send your children abroad to school, you pay their school fees. One does not even have what to use to carry the child to a public school where they don't collect money. In the days of his flesh, when he had offered up prayers and supplication, not with crying, with strong crying and tears unto him that was able to save him from death, and was hearing that he feared him. Why he lived on earth? Because this earth is not a bed of roses. At times the wind can be on the contrary, that you don't even know what to say. The only thing you need to say is to cry out. Why he lived on earth anticipating that? Jesus cried out in pain and wept in sorrow as he offered up priestly prayers to God. Who said cry is not part of it? You don't know what we go through, sir. The Bible says, for we have not an high priest that cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmity. Feelings. So even prayer has element of emotion.
Yes, sir.
In the book of Exodus, he said, I have heard your cry, I have seen your tears, and I have come down.
Yes,
Blind Bartimaeus cried out. They tried to stop him. He cried them all. Thou son of David, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. You saw it written like that in the scripture. Do you know how he cried? So I've never seen anybody that cried in prayer like Jesus. I've never seen anyone prove. I stand to be proven wrong. He cried and prayed passionately until he had hemorrhagitis, which is medically, that's the highest level of stress. They call it extreme stress, where the capillaries within the sweat pores became too fragile and leaked blood into sweat. History has it that nobody has ever survived that level of stress. A Catholic nun was threatened by enemy sword. She had that experience and dropped it. A girl was threatened by a raid of enemies. As soon as she saw the movement, she had that experience and died. Jesus was crying. This was God in human flesh, begging flesh to help him pray for 1 hour. Begging flesh, say, help me pray for 1 hour. Can you pray with me at least for 1 hour? He said, my soul is sorrowful unto death. He had agreement with heaven. He came to die, but when that death came very close, he couldn't bear it. Actually, scholars said the problem was not the death, because he had raised many people from the dead. The problem was how he was going to survive without the presence of God. Because that's what he came to do, to restore that relationship we lost in Adam. The last Adam came to restore it. Knowing how important that presence could be. Knowing that to be committed to man without God, how destructive it would be. The The Bible said Jesus, knowing man, never committed himself to man. And he was hearing, you'll be separated from God for some hours. He cried. He cried out. He said, don't leave me like that. I hope you're going to raise me. They had that agreement before he came, but he still cried out. He said, this is it, my Father. If you don't come to raise your child can be helpless.